Ilhan Omar Smollet. If the name fits, my people. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, Facebook, Tony Katz Radio. Be sure to like the page. What is it like to live in a country so racist and so bigoted, so awful and so shameful that you have to lie about the racism that you face? Jussie Smollet is black and gay, and things are so tough for him, he had to pretend to be attacked in a racial attack in order to get somebody to notice him, in order to get somebody to love him. He had to lie. Remember, it was all a lie. Every bit of it was a lie. And without question, I look forward to the special prosecutor there in Chicago bringing back the charges and him having this day in court. I think it's important for everybody to see that happen. But he lied. He isn't being attacked. He isn't being threatened. His life is not under any level of undue pressure for his race or his sexuality. That doesn't mean that there may not be moments. But things clearly were not oppressive enough, and he needed to fake the oppression in order to get people to have sympathy for him so he could hopefully get a raise. Now, that's not necessarily the reason Representative Ilhan Omar did it. She didn't necessarily do it for the money, but she did do it for the reputation capital, right? Reputation capital, that's the copyright, trademark Tony Katz, all rights reserved. That is the idea of when you do virtue signaling or when you create stories to help you build up your reputation, and then you can then utilize that reputation on other concepts and ideas. She, this is a story out of the Washington Free Beacon, she told 400 high school students that she was sent to a Minneapolis courtroom. This is something that happened supposedly 2 decades ago. So I guess she was a teenager. She witnessed a sweet old African-American lady who spent the weekend in jail for stealing a $2 loaf of bread to feed her starving family, her starving 5-year-old granddaughter. And according to this is the Washington Post that originally did the reporting. This is Free Beacon that has the story that someone stole a $2 loaf of bread. And because of that, they spent 2 days in jail. And she was so upset by that, she screamed out BS right there in the courtroom. This is what she told these 400 students. I couldn't control my emotions, she told the crowd, because I couldn't understand how a room full of educated adults could do something so unjust. It's a member of Congress speaking to your kids and telling the story. Except the story is not true. The stories are not true. According to the reporting, city officials said that police aren't allowed to arrest people for shoplifting unless there's a likelihood of violence or further crime. And now Omar is admitting that she may have flubbed some facts. She might have had a prior arrest, Omar told the Post. I'm not sure. The details might not have all matched, but that's what I remember. Whoa. So did you scream this or not? Did this happen or not? You told a story about racism. Oh, this poor woman, this black woman being thrown in jail for a $2 loaf of bread. Because you wanted to push this race narrative about the racial problems in the United States. You wanted to somehow prove America was a bigoted nation. And since you didn't have the actual proof, you went about creating the actual proof. There's also one other problem.
One day more, another day.
It's the plot to Les Miserables. How else did Jean Valjean end up in prison there? He stole the bread. He stole the bread and then the jail. My goodness. You're going to lie about racism in America. You're going to lie about what happened in a courtroom. You're going to lie to children, and then you're going to do it based on one of the great musicals in history? Nothing sacred, guys. Just nothing. I'm Tony Katz.
93 WIBC.
Nancy Pelosi.